So we now come to question number 6 of ICSE 2026 specimen paper. Now it says a student was asked to perform 2 experiments in the lab based on the following instructions. So you have to observe the picture and you have to mention one observation for each. Now look here, it says zinc sulfate and barium chloride. So in the solution over here, the test tube contains barium chloride. So when zinc sulfate, right, reacts with barium chloride, so what are you going to get? You will get zinc chloride plus barium sulfate. This barium sulfate has got thick curdy white precipitate. So you are going to observe what? One observation. That observation will be thick white precipitate of barium sulfate. Okay, then next we talk about second experiment. Here there is ammonium hydroxide and copper hydroxide. So you have copper hydroxide, and when ammonium hydroxide is added in excess, then what happens? Inky blue deep solution of tetraamine copper sulfate is formed. So this is tetraamine. Just a second. Yes, you will get tetraamine, right? And this has got +2 charge, so you'll get a coordinate complex tetraamine copper ions, and because of this here you will have OH, right? So you will get copper. This will be inky blue solution, right? And here you will get twice if you see the complete formula. Otherwise, if you just see these ions, so because of this there will be inky blue solution. So what will be the observation? There will be inky blue solution. So this precipitate will dissolve. So remember, you have to mention that precipitate, this blue color precipitate will dissolve to form inky blue solution, right? Now we move on to the second part. Here it says this is the list of the chemicals. Using these chemicals only you have to prepare these salts. The first one is copper sulfate. Now to prepare copper sulfate, what you can do, you can use copper carbonate, right, and sulfuric acid. So what will you get? CuCO3 plus H2SO4. You will get what? Copper carbonate. Will here you will get H2CO3, right? You will get copper, right? Copper sulfate, CuSO4. So you will get H2. Just a second, my pen is not working. Yeah. So you will get CuSO4 plus you will get H2O plus you will get carbon dioxide. So when you drop copper carbonate in sulfuric acid, you are going to get this, right? Now, can we have, is it possible to have copper and sulfuric acid? No, in that case it is not going to take place. Okay, next we take sodium. We have to prepare salt, sodium zincate. So for sodium zincate, what we can do is we need zinc. So we can take zinc and we can take sodium hydroxide solution. So zinc plus sodium hydroxide solution will form Na2ZnO2. Since zinc is lying above hydrogen in the metal activity series, so hydrogen gas will be released. Balanced equation will be 2 sodium hydroxide. So here it says you have to give a balanced chemical equation. So this is for sodium zincate, and for copper sulfate it will be copper carbonate plus H2SO4. You will get copper sulfate plus water plus carbon dioxide. Is this clear? Now next we move on to the third part, which is a numerical based on mole concept. Okay, so it says 126 grams of ammonium dichromate is decomposed. So ammonium dichromate is decomposed, right? On heating it is going to break into nitrogen, chromium oxide and water. Now the question says the number of moles of ammonium dichromate that undergoes decomposition. So this is how much when 126 grams of ammonium dichromate is used. So first what we have to do is we have to calculate the molecular mass of the terms they are using. So first we have to calculate the molecular mass of ammonium dichromate, then here for chromium oxide, and here okay we'll move further. So ammonium dichromate, the molecular mass using this, so you have to put in the formula, right? So what are you going to get if you calculate? It is going to be 252. I'm writing first step, then you can solve later. So this is 2 over here, so you'll write 2. Then nitrogen is 14 plus 4 into 1 is for hydrogen, right? And this is right. Then plus 2 into chromium, chromium is 52 plus 7 into 16. So when you solve this, this is going to come out as, I'm saving your time, I have calculated, so this will be 252. Now it says number of moles, so the formula is number of moles is equal to mass of substance divided by molecular mass. So molecular mass is 252, mass of substance is how much? 126. So you are going to get 1 by 2 is equal to 0.5. So it is 0.5 moles, right? So the number of moles that undergoes decomposition are 0.5. This is answer to A part. Then the mass of chromic oxide formed. Now chromic oxide is Cr2O3. Okay. Now when you are solving, always remember you have to see whether it is balanced or not. So yes, this is balanced. Here it says chromic oxide. So the molecular mass for chromic oxide is 152. It is 52 into 2 plus 16 into 3. So 48, and here it is 04. So when you add, this will be 152. So mass will be number of, now we can solve this like saying that 252 grams, just a second, yes, there is now space. So 252 grams of ammonium dichromate is going to form 152 grams of chromium oxide. We are solving through unitary method. 1 by 152 by 252, and when it is 126 grams, so multiply it by 126, so this will come out as 76 grams. So the mass of chromic oxide would be 76 grams. Then C part, the volume of nitrogen gas. Now volume of nitrogen gas, so again we can use 252 grams. 252 grams of ammonium dichromate is going to give how much? 22.4 liters. 1 is going to give 22.4 liters by 252, and 126 is going to give, now again solve, so you will get 11.2 liters. So the answer is 11.2 liters of nitrogen gas will be evolved at STP. Right, now we move on to the fourth part. Identify what is P, what is Q, what is R. So copper oxide, right, and here you are getting copper and here you are getting water. So that means this P should be hydrogen. Okay, then iron pyrite is FeS, right? Now iron pyrite is FeS2. Okay, So when FeS or FeS2, when it combines with Q, it forms Fe FeO plus sulfur dioxide. Okay, so that means here Q should be what? Q should be oxygen. Then sodium chloride combines with R, you get sodium nitrate. So NaCl, you get NaNO3, and here you get AgCl. So NaCl, and over here that means what is R? R is AgNO3. So simple, right? So the question is very simple and we have solved it. Okay, so happy learning.